Welcome everybody to GrappleFK_media. We're going to be doing a fight analysis for Sunday, September the 13th. It's the Waterson v Hill headliner. We'll be covering that fight soon, so look out for that. But today we'll be focusing on Billy Quarantillo against Kyle Nelson. This is a featherweight bout. I'll just give my opinions on both fighters quickly. I think Billy Quarantillo is a very well-rounded MMA fighter. I think Kyle Nelson is a decent fighter as well, but he's been more inconsistent than Billy. What do you think, Andrew?
Yeah, I like Billy Quarantillo a lot. He came through the Contender Series with some really great boxing. His ground game was somewhat lacking when he was on the Contender Series. Since then, and this is what I really like about him, since then he's gone away and got a black belt from one of the Gracies. So he's gone from having very little ground game to actually having a really high level ground game.
Oh, has he got a black belt?
Yeah. They actually gave him the black belt on one of his last fights. It might have been the Spike Carlisle fight. Oh no, sorry, the Jacob Kilburn fight.
Oh, because he submitted someone in the UFC, right?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He basically owned Jacob Kilburn, smashed the fuck out of him on the ground, grapple-fucked him, smashed the fuck out of him. An extraordinary grappling performance. Then after that, he was awarded his black belt.
I didn't know he was a black belt. Fair enough. So what do you think about Nelson then, in terms of BJJ?
From what I've seen, he doesn't have any.
Yeah, he's got a few submissions in his record, but they've been outside of the UFC. I don't think his BJJ is as advanced as Billy's. Yeah,
so the submissions he's got, I think, are they're on the regional circuits against the low-level competition.
Yeah.
The big thing that I've seen in terms of his ground game is his loss to Diego Ferreira. So back in 2018, Carl Nelson came out really strong in the first couple of minutes.
Yeah.
I think being a very big guy, he let the hands fly. Diego felt his power, and Carl Nelson looked really good. But then Diego Ferreira got a very easy takedown, dominated him on the ground. Then in the second round, took him down very easily again, which just shows that Carl Nelson doesn't have any takedown defense. And he just showed us that he doesn't have any jiu-jitsu. He just looked lost on the ground. Diego Ferreira grounded and pounded him. And at that point, I think Carl Nelson was so tired and just so helpless. He just covered up and just gave up. And that was that. So, but what are your thoughts on Carl Nelson?
I think he's not as talented overall as Billy, but he does have quite a lot of power in his right hand.
Yeah.
They've both got an opponent in common, Khama Worthy. I'm not sure if you're aware of this. Khama Worthy's in the UFC now. They've both fought him and they've both KO'd him. Kyle Nelson KO'd him in the first round. Billy KO'd him in the second round. But this was back when Khama was going through a particularly bad time in his career, where he had like 5 losses in a row. And he's also beaten another UFC fighter on the regional circuit, Kyle, Jonathan Brackins. He beat him by split decision. So I think Kyle is a UFC level fighter in terms of striking. However, as you said, I don't think his wrestling and his grappling is quite there yet.
Yeah.
I think Billy will get the better of him in this fight because of that component.
Yeah, I agree with you there. What I like about Carl Nelson, he's big. He's 5'11", and he's fairly solid. He's not one of these 5'11" featherweights who's got really skinny legs like I don't know. He's not like Zabit, like tall and skinny like a pencil. He's a solid big guy at featherweight. Who's that guy I'm trying to think of? Boston Strong, the Calvin Cater, who's a big guy, but he's got skinny legs, right?
Anyway, same height.
Yeah. So the point is, he's a big guy, and as you said, he's very powerful. And in the fights I've seen, particularly against Paulo Reyes, he got him against the cage and just unleashed these a magnificently violent combination, super hard, throw everything into these
Yeah,
punches.
very quick.
Yeah, yeah, very quick but very powerful. It looked fantastic. But then Paulo Reyes has been knocked out a lot of times. He seems to have,
Yeah,
his chin just seems to be cracked. So, and the issue with Carl Nelson is that he's got a lot of first round finishes, most of them outside of the UFC, all of them
yeah.
outside the UFC apart from one, against Paulo Reyes. And if it goes into round 2 or 3, at least in the UFC, he loses, you know.
Yeah,
So
I agree with you there.
yeah, and I think that may be, once the initial sort of barrage is done with, there may be a cardio issue there, and there's certainly, as we've already said, that there's a ground game issue, in the sense that he doesn't have one. So yeah, you're saying that Carl Nelson is UFC material. I think it's
I
border.
think his striking wise, he is. His striking's good.
Yeah, it is.
Um,
Yeah,
Overall, I think he's like top 40, top 50 material. Could probably get a few more wins. I think Billy's too good for him though.
yeah.
Um,
I think we're talking a lot about Carl Nelson. The
yeah,
the issue here is basically Billy Quarantillo's skill set. As you said, he's very well
yeah,
rounded.
very
He's
well
got
rounded.
Yeah, he's got good boxing. He's got great cardio, great conditioning, which I always like to see. And he's got a really solid ground game. Like he really
And he doesn't give
grapples
up.
fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Now
he does not give up.
that's true. Yeah. And also talking of giving up, where someone might have given up was in the Spike Carlisle fight. I know you think that fight should have gone to Spike Carlisle. I
Yeah, I
probably
think Spike won that personally, but that's my opinion. I'm not a UFC judge, so
Yeah.
it
I
was
mean,
close. It was close.
yeah, I
Yeah,
probably would have given it to Spike Carlisle, but I don't think it's necessarily a huge robbery. Um, but yeah, so I like that fight for Billy Quarantillo because he stayed calm. He,
yeah,
he weathered the storm. He didn't allow Spike Carlisle to really do any damage. I mean, Spike Carlisle did have an awful lot of top control in the first and second round, but he did manage just to hold off the barrage and avoid taking any serious damage. Then in the third round, he comes back.
yeah.
Um, I like that. So yeah, Billy Quarantillo, his game is very. Yeah, I think he's just very good.
He is.
He's
He
just very
is.
good at everything. So
So, what do you think? What's your prediction?
I think. Oh, this is a tough one. I think Carl Nelson is going to come out strong
Yeah,
and look good for a couple of minutes. I think Billy Quarantillo is going to weather that storm. I think he's going to take him into deeper waters. I can see Billy Quarantillo taking him down very easily. And I can see Billy Quarantillo controlling Carl Nelson on the ground very easily. And I can see him doing one or two things, dragging this out, grinding out a decision,
yeah.
and just wearing on him and making Carl Nelson's life miserable for 15 minutes, or just getting a submission. And the submission could come really quickly. But given the complete lack of ground game, as far as I've seen from Carl Nelson, I'm going to say submission round 1 for
Okay,
Billy Quarantillo.
I agree with you. I think Billy will probably get it done via submission. But I think I'll go for round 2. I think Kyle will probably have quite a lot of energy in round 1 and then expend it. And then, I mean, in my opinion, Billy will probably catch him in round 2 with a submission. But it's possible that he catches him in round 1. I mean, I won't be betting on a round 2 submission, but I mean, Billy will definitely be going in the accumulator for me. Not
Yeah,
sure what
for
the odds
sure.
are on this.
This is going on the come for sure.
Yeah, it's going on the come. Also, I just want to say something. Michelle looks fantastic in this photo. Incredible.
She's getting a little bit older, but she still looks good.
She still looks
Yeah,
good. Yeah, beautiful
yeah,
woman.
yeah.
Okay, sorry, we diverged there a bit. But yeah, I think Billy will get it done by submission.
Yeah,
I, uh, I
just look at the odds. Billy Quarantillo is, let's have a look. He's a minus 225 favorite. So there's not an enormous amount of value there. but I think it's good enough to put in the come.
What's the odds of him winning by submission?
I haven't looked. The odds aren't out. At least on my betting sites, the odds aren't out for the methods of victory.
Oh, fair enough. Okay. All right. Well, we've both come to the same conclusion then. Billy Quarantillo by submission.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't unless Kyle catches him with something wild early.
That is something, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think. I think Billy's too experienced for that now. Seven fight win streak. He's got a good chin. You know, he weathered the Alpha Ginger, who's a freak, basically.
Yeah, I mean, but the Alpha Ginger is intense, but he doesn't
He's intense. Yeah, not many people will attack you like that in the
lacking
UFC.
in technique. Like he doesn't land clean shots. Like
yeah.
So.
The thing is, he doesn't land shots with technique, but he's a big dude and he was putting all his body weight into those shots, and Billy took some of them flush on the chin. So he's got a chin, and he's only been knocked out once in 16 fights. He's definitely got a chin. I think the odds of Kyle catching him with something wild early on are small, basically. I think, as you said, Billy's got the better skill set, and he's probably going to submit Kyle somewhere in the 3 rounds. If not, it'll be a unanimous decision win.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anything else you want to add?
No, that's it.
That's it. Okay, well, thank you for watching, everyone at home, and we're going to be doing more fight picks very, very shortly. So stay tuned, please. We'll probably be doing 5 to 6 fights off this card, which is on the 12th of September for everybody in the UK and Western Europe. So take care, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.